Hey, what's up everybody? Manny here to show you what Legion's action cam looks like in a raid setting. Now, if you don't know what the action cam is, it's a feature in the Legion beta which shifts your camera's point of view slightly to the side in order to focus on the action in front of you. I won't go into too much detail about it. There are some great videos which you can look at that sort of explain the ins and outs of this camera, but I wanted to test it in a raid and see what it looks like, what it actually affects. Is it viable to use in a raid? We're gonna find out just that, and the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna head into the LFR that is currently in the Legion beta to see what it looks like in the hectic sort of middle of the fight when all the abilities are happening. Is this a practical thing to use during a raid? Let's take a look. Okay, so starting us off is a very generic trash bowl, and here you're gonna be able to see the first immediate benefit of the action cam, and that's target switching. Watch, I'm switching from target to target, and whatever I'm targeting is made the focus of the camera. It stays directly in front of me, and no matter how I move relative to the target stays in focus. This is already a big benefit of the action cam, being able to fully know what you're hitting in a clump of things. In this next clip, you're gonna watch me use things like Killing Spree, which I just did right there. And with the action cam, it really sort of janks your camera around. There's a little Death from Above. And Death from Above was nice because it kept, again, it stayed in focus with whatever I was hitting. It didn't move in a way that made me lose my target. Here's the first fight, Mpstark. Here you can see me sort of change from target to target and watch the camera adjust as I'm targeting just random raid members and then the boss. But the real, what I see as the real benefit doesn't start until we actually pull the boss. And here it is. It's not gonna make sense right away. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you some side-by-side comparison of the two cameras, but the big thing to take away from this footage is that Mpstark is completely visible in the frame. No matter how I move around him, at max camera distance, he is completely visible in the frame. Keep that in mind. Even as I move around him, and that's probably the most important thing right there. When he charged away, the camera followed him. It didn't remain static on my character. When Mpstark charged away, the camera followed him. Now, this is completely useless, but here you can see sort of the cool thing of the action cam. This is visceral melee. Now, you would never want to raid like this with the camera so close, but you can see how cool it looks. Now, this fight with the dragons is also important, again, for the same reason. You can see how both the dragon that's directly in front of me stays in the entire frame. I don't have to wonder where its face is, where its tail is, and it's not like I can just see its feet. I can see the entire dragon before me. But here in the next clip, we're also going to see the major downfall to this action camera and the reason why I won't be using it for raiding. This is the one. So in this clip, I decide to switch targets to help the other tank, and the second that I do, I run into a hazard. I went face first into it. I didn't even see it, even though it was kind of obvious. Now, this could be because I'm new to the encounter, but I think that it was due to its biggest downfall, which is the camera doesn't lend itself to your surroundings, but rather to what's in front of you. That is a killer. That you cannot have this in raid. Spatial awareness is key when you're raiding, and this camera does not lend itself to that. And for things like switching to ads, it's wonderful. In this clip, I want to kill some of the smaller ads, so I switch to them, and immediately the camera lowers. You can see that I am now targeting clearly the little ads, no longer the dragon. The dragon is no longer in the frame. I'm just doing the little ads. And then I switch back to the dragon. The dragon is once again all up in the frame. Also, I'm not sure if this is going to make it to live, but this was LFR, and this dude got one of the farmable legendaries, so keep your eyes out for that. So what is the verdict? Is the action camera good for raiding or not? Well, my personal opinion is I want it to be. I love how immersive and engaging this camera makes the game feel. I can tell you right now that for questing, world interactions, and things like that, I will be using this camera. However, for raiding, no, I will not. At least not in its current state, because you have to keep in mind that all of this is in beta right now, and you access the action camera through a console command. There's not even an option that users can simply find to activate this feature, but the possibilities are incredibly exciting. Already there's a fella on Reddit by the name of Mpstark that is working on an add-on called Dynamic Cam, which is going to use all of these functionalities to make the action cam trigger in specific situations and in a specified way. If you're curious about that, there's a link to his Reddit post on the description of this video. It really is worth a look. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Tell me in the comments, are you going to be using this new action cam feature if it makes it to live, and how? I hope you learned something new. Leave me a like to help out the channel if you like, or subscribe for more stuff. Guys, for me, this has been Manny, and I'll see you later.